Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. This is G. You're watching Allastrology, and this is the July new moon. Are you ready? There's your July new moon. I've got a couple of things highlighted here. Of course, we've got the sun up in that corner. You see the words famous person / persons. Venus and Vertex are conjunct. Remember, new moons are absolutely time sensitive. The time of the new moon is major key. There's a lot of different things going on in this chart, a lot of different powerful placements. Happens here at 2 degrees. 2 degrees of the Leo energy. So that's where the sun and the moon meet up together at 2 degrees, the low degree. And that low degree is a nice, strong sextile from Uranus and Sedna and the 2 Sapphos, or Sappho, which is like 2 Venuses, double feminine energy. And then we also have Salacia, like a feminine version of Neptune, a lot of feminine energy, Sedna. Trauma and tragedy, female energy. And then, of course, Uranus. But behind closed doors, and this is in the news, part of the news cycle, right? And it's a very strong sextile. The strong sextile between the Leo new moon of 2 degrees and Uranus and Sedna, Salacia, and the 2 Sapphos. Strong feminine energy, information and news, what we're learning, what we're gathering, what we're talking about, what we're sharing. Curiosity, jack of all trades, scattered information. Information is just all over the place. And the Mercury retrograde, right? You see it at 13. So this is an increase in the news cycle about who? Someone in charge, Leo energy. Children, fun, joy, creativity. Remember, this is almost also taking a risk. It's dating, relating, mating. It's those things too. 2 degrees is the Venus degree. So in Leo energy, remember, Leo is, I want to have a good time. I want to, it's that whole romance and let's play and have fun with our bodies. It's also very physical and sports and performance energy. It's the show must go on, entertainment, laughter, fun, and play. Let's play. How do adults play? Some have a ball and a bat, some go bowling, some play checkers, chess, whatever the hell, golf, right? And others, well, they do things that might be behind closed doors. Vertex is a point of fate. It's at 22 degrees, a person in charge. Business and corporations, right? Business and corporations, my long-term goals, my long-term stability. Money is big, but remember, Venus is also the desires. It's Taurus energy. Scorpio and Taurus energy, right? That desire, the physical connections, the emotional, the energetic bonds, the physical bonds, right? Takes 2 to tangle type of thing. Venus at 22 conjunct Vertex. This should be really interesting. We also have Jupiter at 10. This is all part of this story. The public's mind has been going through some interesting stuff. Look at all the Gemini energy, which is the mind. It's Mercury. But I mentioned the public because of Jupiter sitting there in Cancer, the public. Jupiter gives us an emotional intelligence, an emotional intellect. It says, I can see these little dots and details and these little fragmented, scattered pieces of information and data all over the damn place. And I can put them together and I can see the big picture, Jupiter. So the public seeing the big picture, the public understanding the future and thinking about its long-term material, financial, tangible, emotional security, thinking about all of that and more. The public is concerned. for a new moon, you use the new moon time, the date and the time, to further your goals, your dreams, your intentions. That's the new moon power. There's a big kite in this chart, and at the opposite of this new moon, which makes this intensely powerful, is Pluto at 2 degrees. You see, for this new beginning, likely, definitely not just an authority figure, but a person or slash persons of power, of immense power. This is at the top of the kite. The new moon itself is at the bottom of the kite. Grand fire trine with the Leo energy, creative energy, but it comes down to your values and your desires. Desires not just about money, but all those Leo keywords. Having a good time. How do you have a good time? And remember, Leo is also about feeling like a kid again and recapturing your joy. What was it that had you when you were a little one? What was it where when you got involved in it, and it could have been just sitting at the table and coloring in your coloring book, being able to step outside of reality every now and then in a healthy way, which is what creating does, is so good for you and for your soul. Okay, so if you haven't found that happy place, if you haven't recaptured that happy place, this could be the new moon for you